We got a crazy video here for you. I saw the thumbnail and I was like, wait, what? Wait, is this like AI or is this real? Is this an actual picture? I can't even tell. Is this AI? ICE stages Trojan Horse raid and streets empty as illegals flee LA. Is this real? This is AI? Bro. Okay. Well, I gotta say, this is an amazing thumbnail. This is a peak thumbnail, actually. Man, that's actually so peak. All right. So let's check this out. And this one's by Cash Jordan.
ICE just used a moving van to ambush and arrest migrants. Look at this.
Okay, so it wasn't that crazy, but it was kind of crazy.
Hiding in a box truck raided a Home Depot today, calling it Operation Trojan Horse.
Wow.
Immigration agents arrived.
What the fuck?
Hidden
Wow,
inside
that's so
a box
crazy.
truck. An agency
No.
official calling it Operation Trojan Horse.
Holy crap.
Masked agents spilled
What
out
the
and
fuck?
fanned out across the Westlake District Home Depot parking lot, arresting a total of 16 people. Cell phone video shows an agent pulling what appears to be a woman by her arm toward the Penske truck the agents arrived in.
They had
Behind
no
her,
idea
another
these guys
woman
were
being
coming.
detained, along with 2 men.
Okay,
Immigration
so
advocates
this
condemn-
happened in LA. Okay, so a little bit of context if you're not from Los Angeles, or if you're from a different place in the world and you don't understand the context of this. So there's a store called Home Depot, and what Home Depot is it is a hardware store where you can buy a lot of things for home improvement. It's a home improvement store. You can buy gardening stuff, you can buy wood, pipes, all sorts of, like, anything that you would need to, like, kind of fix or build a house, you can get from Home Depot. So what happens at these places, and this isn't just Home Depot too, there's other ones like Lowe's, for instance, where they it's basically where you go to buy stuff to build houses or improve houses. So typically at these places, and everybody knows this, that at these stores, there is usually a corner nearby or like in the parking lot of the store. You can go to these places and there will be people there that in a lot of the cases, they barely speak English. But anyway, there will be like a group of them there and you can pick them up. You basically go there and you pay them money. You're like, oh, like, laborers, if you will. Like if you need some physical labor, like you need like a fence built, you need like a wall built, you need like a gardening beds built or something like that, you can basically give them money, like cash monies, right? And then they will do work for you, basically. So it's a pretty common sight that they're at these home improvement places, and it's pretty much known by everybody that you can just basically roll up in your truck, give them money, they hop in your truck, and then you drive to your house, and then they'll help you with whatever it is, whatever task you need done. And so, obviously, there would be a high amount of people that are illegal in there, right? Because again, they're getting paid cash kind of under the table, and a lot of them don't speak English, and they kind of like just hang out there, right? So there would be a lot of illegals there. So that's probably what is happening here. Yeah.
What they're calling another
That's because
scene of
it
terror
worked.
and chaos.
A warrant for this arrest?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's...
I got called in.
Yeah.
For these arrests?
They don't need one.
Unmarked Sprinter vans and trucks, and then a rental Penske.
Thank you for the bits, 500 Drunk Man. We have those in Canada as well. Home Depot, Home Hardware, Lowe's, Rona. We also have Canadian Tire, but it's closer to Walmart. Okay. If you're from somewhere else in the world and you also have this, let me know. Like, I don't know. Let us know in the chat or in the comments of the video. And by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment as well. It helps a lot with the algorithm, with the new algorithm that came out. So yeah, please do. Thank you.
Brand moving van,
Wow.
or moving truck rather, like a box truck, and they
Look at them all in there.
over by that Starbucks over there, and then up into this front part of the lot off of Wilshire Boulevard, and they grabbed whoever they could.
That's right, they arrested a whole bunch of people, but there's a specific reason they used a moving truck. Listen to this.
Fox News exclusively embedding with Customs and Border Protection
Oh,
for
got
an
that guy.
immigration raid in Los Angeles. DHS is honing in on a particular neighborhood where it says an infamous gang was formed.
Gang
Matt
members.
Finn is live from
I
LA
see.
with more on this story. Hey, Matt.
So they're going after gang members.
DHS drove those trucks into a parking
Look at 'em
lot of a Home
jumping out.
Depot near MacArthur Park. One of the Border Patrol drivers apparently did pose as someone looking for work, but then immigration agents came out
Look
of
at
the
'em.
trucks and dozens
Crazy.
of people
Holy shit,
scattered.
they scattered,
16
dude.
people were taken into custody. We are working on confirming their
Dude,
Total.
the Delta split is
Chaos.
real.
Now, agents
Delta
got in
split.
and out in a matter of minutes. DHS says they did surveillance of this area prior, and they used the rental trucks because they claim there's too many scouts in this area. Now,
So the rental trucks allowed them to get into the environment where they were going to conduct the operation without anyone
Oh yeah, because they're gonna fucking run right away, right?
knowing. The protesters, the scouts as they're called.
with
Oh,
Border
they're so
Patrol
mad
Chief
about
Greg
this.
Bavino and asked for his response to critics who say enforcements like this are just targeting people looking for work.
And when we look at the damage that unmitigated.
Let me tell you something though. If they're just looking for work, why the fuck does that matter? I don't understand it. Like people say, oh, they're just looking for work. Yeah, and who gives a fuck? They're here illegally. Why don't you understand about the word illegal?
Huge
Immigration is caused to this country. Look at the Jacqueline Nungares and the Kate Steinleys and all those that have been hurt by illegal aliens. I think they need to redirect their attention and maybe think a little harder before they say things
Wow,
like that.
he's right. And here's the mayor.
Now, last month, LA
Mayor
Mayor Karen
Bass.
Bass showed up in
Oh, she
person
ain't gonna
to
like
a federal
this raid at
immigration
Home Depot.
at MacArthur Park. Bass claims yesterday's Trojan Horse operation may have violated a recent temporary restraining order issued by a federal judge aimed at preventing alleged discrimination
Look at how
by the
angry
Trump
she is.
administration during raids here.
Not if they're after gang members.
So you say that there is evidence that they were asking, are people here looking for work? How is that consistent with them saying that they were looking for the gang members or that they were abiding by the TRO?
Well, it's a stealth operation. It has to trick people in
Now,
order to
Penske
work. Like
has
this
released
guy,
a
he got
statement
tricked
about
and then he got
DHS
arrested.
using the trucks, writing in part, Penske strictly prohibits the transportation of people in the cargo area of its vehicles under any circumstances. The company was not made aware that its trucks would be
Well, if that's what they prohibit, today certainly wouldn't be the first time people used one of their trucks in an illegal manner, would it?
operation and did not authorize
Oh.
this. Penske will reach out to DHS and reinforce its policy to avoid improper
Yeah.
use of its vehicles
Good
in
luck with
the
that.
future. Now, DHS did
They probably I'm gonna be real. They probably had to say this just because of California, right? Because they don't want to lose business over this. They don't want to be blamed for this happening. Like, oh, they were like working with like the Department of Homeland Security, right? It's probably what happened.
respond to Penske's statement in an
Yeah, they don't wanna
deleted
get burned,
post. And DHS pointed to an incident in 2023 when nearly 60 migrants were busted. In a human-
It's also probably for insurance reasons as well, right? Because they don't want to get like they don't want to be like, yeah, we're okay with this, and insurance is like, no, right? So that's probably another reason they had to do it.
Wow.
smuggling operation, and at that point, Penske did not release a statement about their truck
Oh.
being used in that incident.
A double standard! Who would have thought the moving company would have a double standard when it comes to migrants using their trucks for illegal purposes and the federal government using them to keep our country safe?
It's kind of different. Like, to be honest, it's kind of different though, because the government's supposed to do things like the government's more official, right? Obviously, it's hard for you to do something about like people using your stuff illegally, but like in this case, it's like specifically the government, so like it makes sense to me. Like I'm just being real. Like it makes sense to me. Like I still think it's kind of base that they did this, honestly. But like I can see the reason why Penske is like, whoa, like guys, we didn't do anything, okay? Like guys, not us.
Protesters voicing a new level of outrage over immigration raids after federal agents showed up to the Westlake Home Depot on Wednesday morning,
Look,
hiding
there's like a
inside
whole
of a
flea
Penske
market
truck,
set up there.
and arrested more than a dozen people in what they called Operation Trojan Horse.
This administration decided to throw water in the face of that federal court decision and continue these illegal raids.
No.
And we have to say no.
Nothing
Tony
illegal about the
Garfello
law.
with the Los Angeles Tenants Union says one of his members saw the whole thing. Local leaders, including Mayor Karen
look at those
Bass,
people.
claiming the raid violated the temporary restraining order
didn't.
upheld by the Ninth
No.
Circuit Court last week. It says ICE agents cannot use factors such as race,
They didn't.
language, where someone is working, and what they're doing in formulating probable suspicion that they are in the country illegally.
So that ruling that was passed down from a California court, the whole reason it was...
So like I kind of get that. Like I do understand that you don't want to like discriminate. But let's be real. If they don't let's be real, there is a disproportionate amount of illegal people that are from south of the border. And there is a disproportionate amount of them that also don't speak English and they speak Spanish.
was even made was for political reasons, so that now the opposition would be able to say, see, they're violating the law. That's not true at all. They were looking for gang members. They knew where they were. They surveilled the location, and this is what happened.
Any of these, the court says, would violate the Fourth Amendment restriction on unreasonable searches and seizures.
We
Some
have a checks
bogus
and balances
ruling.
system for a reason, to make sure that we can hold each branch accountable, and right now there is no accountability.
Hold up.
On unreasonable searches and seizures.
We
Some
have a checks
bogus
and
ruling.
balances system for a reason.
Is there actually mariachi music playing in the background? This is real? Like, hold on.
Reasonable searches and seizures.
We
Some
have a checks and
bogus
balances
ruling.
system for a reason, to make
Oh my god.
sure that we can
bro.
hold each branch accountable, and right now there is no accountability.
Oh, accountability.
And I think it's a crisis moment. We have a son that we adopted who's Hispanic.
Okay,
and
but he's
I've
here
got him
legally.
What does that have to do with anything?
carrying
In fact, that's kind of racist to be like, we have a son that's Hispanic. The illegals, like, wait, what? Like, what? That's kind of, dude, am I the only one that thinks that that's racist? Like, bro, what the fuck?
an air tag.
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
Because
What
I'm
is
worried
this?
about him
These
getting
people-
picked up based on the
These people
color
are
of his
ridiculous.
skin.
U.S.
Oh my
Attorney Bill
goodness.
Essayli says today's actions were legal.
Nothing happened today is in conflict with the court's order.
That's
Everything
right.
the
My
court does
goodness.
is lawful.
Mayor Bass addressed the
That's right,
raid
it
in a
is.
press conference today, openly questioning
Mayor
whether the
Bass.
raids are targeting the criminals the administration has vowed to deport.
I'd encourage her to basically stay in her lane. She's the mayor of Los Angeles. She's not involved in federal
The Fourth Amendment doesn't apply to illegal aliens? True.
immigration
That's right.
operations. And she shouldn't opine about things that she really doesn't know about.
What
Oof.
do I say to Bill Essayli? I say that we are going to stand strong. What his description
strong.
of federal law, I would say, is lawlessness.
Wait, what was
His
Stand
description
strong.
of federal law, I would say, is lawlessness.
Right. That's
Mm-hmm.
the whole reason this court order was even passed down, so that everything ICE does could be needled and prodded with a fake ruling that says, oh, they're not supposed to go after people based on what they look like or where they might be, even when that's
what they all look like, and that's how they all, the language they all speak. Almost all of them. 99% of them. Wait! You arrested out of 100 illegal immigrants you arrested. They're all from Mexico. But they are from Mexico. I can't believe you would do this. How dare you? Like, what? But ma'am, they're literally all from Mexico.
not what they're doing. Also,
What the
ICE
fuck
doesn't
is
even
this?
need a warrant to arrest somebody if they're
Oh my
in the
God,
country
dude.
illegally. That's another myth these people like to put out constantly.
Loyola Law School professor
I can't
Jessica
believe you've
Levinson
done
weighed
this.
in.
The question for us is whether or not the ICE agents can come forward and say, I had additional evidence that the people who we
They've told us
detained
they had it.
were in fact breaking the law outside of the criteria that Judge Frimpong has said we cannot rely on.
Okay, so what she's angry about is that ICE showed up at a gang hotspot, an MS-13 part of town controlled by gang members where there's all kinds of problems, and arrested people who were in the country illegally. She's got some kind of problem with that. But these people have a problem with everything ICE does.
An American citizen is swept up during an ICE raid today. And tonight, her family has spent hours looking for her.
Well, Mike Rogers is at the desk now. And Mike, this is actually not the first time we've seen that same woman.
Yeah, it's not. Juan and Susie, and I just spoke to her family. They have finally found her at LA County General Medical Center. She is pregnant. Her family says 7 or 8 months pregnant at this point, and she was taken into custody by federal agents. Her and her mother.
What's your name? Yeah, didn't you guys hear that if you're pregnant, it means that you're incapable of committing a crime? God, they literally made a social baby shield. That's crazy. Oh, actually, you know what though? Hold up. It's not a kid anyway, so who cares? And you're pregnant, and pregnant with what? A bunch of cells?
Hey, report!
What is it?
Sabrina Medina!
Sabrina Medina! What's your name?
Elizabeth Medina!
Oh, that must be the mother.
Yeah.
Police investigation.
Police,
I'm an American citizen. I'm an American.
Wow, these are
You hear her
activists.
screaming, "I'm an American citizen." This happening this afternoon at 8th and Alvarado. Obviously, a targeted operation. You see unmarked vehicles.
Okay, if this woman is several months pregnant, why is she always at the scene of a crime? This is the second time the news says they've seen her and televised her antics. Yet ICE is out there doing something suspicious?
Mass taking these 2 women into custody. Sabrina Medina is a U.S. citizen. Her family tells me tonight that they just located her at County USC.
Why is she out there interfering with an investigation?
I'm told her mother.
Also, her being taken into custody. It doesn't have to be specifically for her being legal. So like if actually she's participating in the crime or in the she's participating in crime or for like illegal reasons around immigration, like for instance, you could be an American citizen that is helping illegal immigrants to that is trafficking illegal immigrants, for instance, right? That could be a job that you have. You would still be guilty of that, right? It wouldn't change that. It wouldn't change that.
Is here on a legal visa status. Again, that's according to her.
Wait. Okay.
They must have done something else.
Wait. What?
He tells me tonight that they just located her at County USC.
Why is
her
she
mother.
out there? The news says they've seen her.
What?
Hold on. Alvarado, obviously a targeted operation. You see unmarked vehicles.
Okay.
Police,
I'm an American citizen. I'm an American.
They're doing something suspicious?
Mass taking these 2 women into custody.
Okay, so she said she's an American citizen. Okay.
Sabrina Medina is a U.S. citizen. Her family tells me tonight that they just located her at County USC.
Why is
her
she
mother
out there interfering with an
into custody.
investigation?
I'm told her mother is here on a legal visa.
Oh, her mom got taken into custody. Oh my God, she got a birthright citizenship. Is that what happened, or is it her dad? Maybe.
Visa status. Again, that's according to her
then they
family.
must have
We've
done
spoken
something
with
else.
Sabrina before because federal agents are still looking for her husband.
Oh, really?
They kept on telling me like, where's
maybe her husband? Maybe her husband is a citizen.
your husband? And I said, he's not here. They were like, where is he at? Stop hiding him. Like, I'm not hiding
Okay, so her
him. Like,
husband's
he's
a
not
criminal?
here.
Oh, they're in the house.
Like,
Husband's
he's
a
not
criminal?
here.
Yo, he's gaming. He's gaming. Look at this. That a razor? That's a razor mouse. Or something. Like, this is a gamer setup right here.
Oh, they're in the house.
Hallway gaming. Classic.
This is when those tactical agents raided their home back in June 12th, as their kids stood by and watched these men with guns come into the home looking for her husband. Secretary of Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem also at that raid. That's when she was here in town in Los Angeles. Ultimately, though, they didn't find her husband. The family.
So her husband is such a nice guy that he's got the attention of a platoon of military troops and one of the most senior people in the Trump administration. That's what a great guy her husband is.
Tells me they still haven't found her husband. Now, also
He's
present
on the run.
at today's raids, arrests were one of Sabrina's children. Apparently, Border Patrol agents, according to the family, left that little girl
According to
behind.
the family.
Luckily, a family friend was in the area, saw her and picked her up, but now it's got her family members outraged.
How would they leave a little girl like that?
I don't believe a word of this.
Stranded a little girl.
There's no way ICE did that.
In an area
This is
that
more
is
lying.
not even, it's an unsafe area.
More fraud.
We don't know why they were arrested. We don't know why. like I say, my niece was clearly telling them, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm an
Oh, so this is the
American
family.
US citizen.
Yeah, it's not enough information. Not enough information to know if they did that. And if they did do that, then yeah, that's bad, I think.
So we don't know why.
Listen, if you're on the news twice and you're arrested by federal agents twice, it's not by accident.
Now, they said they wanted her undocumented husband, who did serve time for a violent offense.
Oh, he's
we don't know
violent.
exactly what that violent offense was.
You're not.
That day,
Are you curious?
She was questioned, not released. Now, listen. Again, we are just learning this as
she's
on
out.
air.
This is
as
after
she
they got
tells
let her
us
out.
what happened today when she was taken away by ICE agents.
He said that they're after my husband because he doesn't have papers and he has a criminal record from 9 years ago. And they told me that if I turned my husband in, I was going to get released.
Wait.
There's
So,
several
okay, so he doesn't have papers and he has a criminal record? Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out then. Why do we have to deal with this shit? You know what I mean? That's what I don't understand. I don't get it, man. Why do we have to deal with this? Like, you're not even here legally. And then okay, guys, listen, if you're here and you're not a citizen, you better fucking be on your best behavior. How is that unreasonable? Like, don't fuck around. You know what I mean? Like, what is this like? Oh, I'm here illegally and I committed a crime, but I still deserve to be here. No, get the fuck out. I don't understand. Oh no, an ICE raid. Sucks to suck. Not my problem. Yeah, it's not my problem. It's really not. Thank you, HSV. Thank you.
Apartment's looking for your husband.
Okay, so her husband hasn't been turned in. Here she is free.
Astro says it's simple. We have to deal with this because he's human, and all humans deserve to be here. True.
This story is obviously fraudulent. These people are obviously activists protecting and harboring a federal fugitive who doesn't just have a criminal record from 9 years ago. Oh no, they've also entered the country illegally. And every day you stay here, that is also a crime. And if you have a job while you're here illegally.
I agree 100%. There is no, he's an illegal immigrant, but he's never committed a crime. Even that statement in of itself is bullshit. And then on top of that, he has other crimes on top of that. Holy fuck. Why would we deal with that?
That's a crime too. So I just counted 4 crimes that her husband's been involved in, and that's just what we can figure out based on commonly available information.
My daughter, I told her to run. And they were like, how could you?
It's like I said, if you're gonna come here, and you're gonna come here illegally, and you want any sympathy, you better be like the best fucking person. Like, you better not commit any bullshit, right? It's like, why should we have sympathy for this? This is so stupid.
Do that. I'm like, you guys are not taking my daughter. Imagine they're trying to use my mom against.
So she told her daughter to flee from the.
Again, you do that. I'm like, you guys are not taking my daughter. I told her run, and they were like, how could you do that? I'm like, you guys are not taking my daughter. Imagine they're trying to use my mom against.
So she told her daughter to flee from the operation. So what was unable to happen was federal agents who were detaining her and her mother were unable to safely make sure that her daughter was put in a place.
So they couldn't even find the daughter because she fucking ran away because they told her to.
Where she was going to be cared for. No, she told her daughter to run away and she had to get taken.
And then it's their fault for not taking care of the daughter. That's man, holy fuck, man.
Down.
This is
Those
unreal.
people yelling about how ICE left her daughter. Now we learn that part of this story. Very interesting. These people
Interesting.
Couldn't tell the truth if they were going to win $1 million.
So again, as you look at this live picture right now, this is Sabrina speaking with
this
NBC4.
This guy said they left her there. This guy's a liar too, whoever he is.
You may have a lot of questions. Some of them we still cannot answer for you. We can tell you that
people are
Sabrina
awful.
did tell us that her daughter did run into the arms of relatives. Her daughter is okay. Why was Sabrina taken to the hospital?
Okay, so the daughter was fine the entire time. The daughter was never in danger, yet we're supposed to believe that ICE is out there arresting the wrong people, going after Americans, leaving children alone on the streets of a dangerous neighborhood that their parents brought them to for some reason that no one's interested in reporting on. This is very bizarre, But what do you think about ICE using these new stealth tactics to arrest people? You think that's going to keep protesters off their backs?
I mean, I think it's innovative, and it's like a lot safer. It's a lot safer for the ICE agents to like be able to like kind of like infill into an area and then quickly have a position of surprise. Like I think that's preferable to like having to roll in there and chase everyone down, right? It just makes a lot of sense. I don't understand why you wouldn't do it.
I think the protesters are really upset.
The people that are saying that this is awful are people that don't want the ICE to succeed in the first place. So if you want ICE to succeed, this is obviously a solution.
Because they didn't have an opportunity to assault federal agents or use their ICE app on their phones to report that there was a raid happening until it was...
Yeah, it's more dangerous for everybody for ICE to not have the jump here, because then you're going to have ICE chasing people down like through alleyways, people like possibly getting hurt. ICE is going to have to be far more violent with people because in order to like prevent them from running, and like this just seems like a good solution to me. And everybody that is against it is basically like, they just don't like ICE, basically. It's the only reason you would be against it.
Is already over. Let me know. See you in the next video.
Yeah. Another really good video by Jordan. I'll link you guys the video, and don't forget to like and comment on the video. I'll link it to you guys.